Well, welcome back to the channel. This is more Final Fantasy VII. I did say yesterday I was gonna play a bit more, so I'm on because I want to at least finish. I was gonna finish the Shinra headquarters. Well, that's the plan anyway. Oh god. Oh god. That's really loud. That's really loud. Ugh. Right, to continue, yes. And we will finish continuing from... Yeah. Last time we got Crispy back. And we got a new party member. And now... gotta go and follow Hojo. Who was the scientist who we met last time. That's odd. I don't know why it didn't. Of course, Harrison goes to sleep. You might notice I do flip-flop between calling them the characters' names that I've called them and what they're actually called. Attack! That was lucky. I would like to say as well, I didn't realise that last time when I streamed I got a new follower. Yeah, I can't really turn the game down that much. I mean, I don't think I can anyway. Oh, there we go. Oh, I never knew that was there. There we go. We'll see if that's any better. I never realised how loud I was. Sod it, we'll get rid of them. Crap, nearly forgot to pick them up. Yeah, I've just gone into the game settings and done it. But why can't I go through there? No, let me through. I swear you could go through there. Why didn't it let me go through there? Ah, there we go. Thought so. Bye! We are not going down, we're going up. Not that way, everyone's on the 66th floor. Cloud! Solid sled fanging. There we go. D6. Let's go. Oh no. Hey, what is it? Would you press up, please? Turks must be a trap. This must have been a real thrill for you. Did you enjoy it? I did, yes. Bunch. 1 second. I am sorry about this. Actually, I just realised. Yesterday. It was sound was all over the place. There we go. They got you too. Where is Crispy? In a safe place. She's the last surviving ancient. She is. Don't you know, they called themselves the Cetra and lived thousands of years ago. Now they're just a forgotten page in history. Cetra, that girl is a survivor of the Cetra? Cetra, or the Ancients, will show us the way to the Promised Land. I'm expecting a lot out of her. The Promised Land? Isn't that just a legend? Even so, it's far too appealing not to pursue. It's been said the Promised Land is very fertile. If the land is fertile, then there's got to be Mako. Exactly, that is why a Moneymaker Mako reactor is necessary. The abundant Mako will flow out on its own. That is where Neo Midgar will be built, Shinra's new glory. Quit dreaming. Oh really? Don't you know? These days all it takes for your dreams to come true is money and power. That is true. Well, that is all for our meeting. Come on, out of his way. Hold it, I got a lot to say to you. And Barrett has to be pulled away? I'm just doing one voice. If there's anything else, talk to my secretary. That. I wonder how Turno's doing. Hey! Crispy is an ancient and the real name of the ancients is Cetra. The ancients know where the Promised Land is and the Shinra is searching for that Promised Land. I only heard stories about the Promised Land. I don't know if it really exists. Is that right? The Shinra believe that the Promised Land is full of Mako energy, which means if the Shinra get there, they'll suck up all the Mako energy. And the land will wither away. The planet's gonna get weaker. I can't just leave them be. I'm recruiting new members. Me, Becky, Deacon, and Crispy too. How about you? You're so damn boring. I wonder how Crispy is doing. Deacon, are you there? Crispy, you safe? Yeah, I'm alright. I knew that Deacon would come for me. Hey, I'm your bodyguard, alright? Maybe one day we'll do that if I can get technical enough to do it. The deal was for one date, right? Oh, I get it. Becky? Becky, you're there too? Excuse me? You know, Crispy, I have a question. What? Does the Promised Land really exist? I don't know. All I know is the Setra were born from the planet, speak with the planet and unlock the planet. And then the Setra will return to the Promised Land, a land that promises supreme happiness. What does that mean? More than words, I don't know. Speak with the planet? Just what does the planet say? It's full of people and noisy. That's why I can't make out what they are saying. You hear it now? I only heard it at the church in the slums. Mother said that Midgar was no longer safe. That is, my real mother. Someday I'll get out of Midgar, speak with the planet and find my Promised Land. That's what Mom said. I thought we'd stop hearing her voice as we grow up, but... That's it. I wonder how Mumbo is doing. Grandpa. Grandpa? Ha ha ha. Grandpa. Ha ha ha. Oh. Not so funny. Nothing. Ha ha. Let's get some sleep. No, no, no. Tiffa. You have the bed. I'll lie on the floor. What? The door's open. When did it open? What's happened? Becky, wake up! God, Becky asleep, that's about right. What's wrong? Something's wrong, look outside. Oh. I wonder what happened. He should have the key on him. Come on, Becky, get crispy. I'll up Turner and the others. Get up! Turner, Mumba, come with me. Something's wrong. How'd you get in? Why is the door open? The hell's going on? No human could have done this. I'll go on ahead. I'll clean up back here, so you guys go ahead and don't get caught by Shinra. Come on, let's follow Mumbo. Come on, ladies. Everybody's dead. And Genova's got loose. Dun dun dun. Genova specimen. Looks like it went to the upper floor using that elevator for the specimens. A little quick save. Follow the blood trail. Looks like it leads up. Not too shabby. Get some beat rush and somersault action. No victory theme. Gathering that cash money. It goes up. More dead people. I gotta make sure. Make sure everyone's healthy. See if the blood just stops. And there's President Shinra with a sword in his back. He's dead. The head of Shinra is dead. Then this sword must be Sephiroth's. Sephiroth is alive? Looks like it. Only Sephiroth can use that sword. Who cares who did it? This is the end of the Shinra. Get back here, Palmer. But please don't kill me. What happened? Sephiroth came. Did you see him? Did you see Sephiroth? Yeah, I saw him with my own eyes. You really saw him? Would I lie at a time like this? I heard his voice too. He said something about not letting us have the Promised Land. Then does that mean the Promised Land really does exist and that Sephiroth's here to save it from the Shinra? So he's a good guy then? Save the Promised Land, a good guy. No way. It's not that simple, I know him. Sephiroth's mission is different. Rufus? I forgot about him. Who's that? Vice President Rufus, the president's son. Bum, bum, bum. That's not going to be a nice person, is he? Look how they all line up so you can see every character. So Sephiroth was actually here? By the way. Just who are you? I'm Deacon, ex-soldier first class. I'm from Avalanche. Me too. A flower girl from the slums. A research specimen. What's a crew? Well, I'm Rufus, the president of Shinra Inc. You're only president because your old man died. Correct. I'll let you hear my inauguration speech. Father tried to control the world with money, and that worked for him. The people believed that Shinra would protect them. Work at Shinra, get your pay. If terrorists attack, the Shinra army will help you. It looked perfect on the outside. But I do things differently. I'll control the world with fear. It's too much to do like my old man. A little fear will control the minds of the common people. There's no reason to waste good money on them. He likes to make speeches just like his father. Get Crispy out of the building. What? I'll explain later. Turner, this is a real crisis for the planet. The hell's that supposed to mean? I'll explain later, just take my word for now. I'll go after I take care of him. Alright, Deacon. Deacon, I just thought of something. I'll wait for Deacon. Everyone get to the elevator. It's going to get pretty ugly from here on. We should check our equipment. We should! Remove it. Oh, I ain't got bolts! Sod it all to hell. Oh, I do. We'll cover. Maybe sense. He's got cure all and ice. He hasn't got anything. Put steel on him as well. Oh, that should just about do it. Let's go. Run! Oh, come on. Sod this, I want to save the health and MP and that. Because we're about to fight a boss! Da-na-na-na. And as you can probably guess, Barrett's the only one that can hit the boss with his attack because he's not good. Obviously, if you get limit breaks, they can. It's him. You kind of just want to hit the boss with all your big moves, just... because you can't really do normal attacks, so you're kind of a bit limited. There we go, knock the limit breaks up a bit. I wonder if you can steal anything. On a tightrope here because I was getting there its limit break in one more attack, so I kind of don't want to. What's it gonna do? Oh, there we go. But wait, there's more. Don't hit Ares. Go on, Barrett. Another one where just keep hitting. Especially bolts. Obviously they're robots. Might be worth just throwing a cure just so Ares don't go down. Actually, you know what? I'll risk it. I think there's one more. I'm pretty sure there's one. Oh no, thought there was one more form. Some nice XP there. There we go, remove their materia. But I think Bio is good. Oh, I don't know whether he might cast Bio. And we'll stick a fire and lightning on there. Oh, still goes Buster Sword. Protects against poison. What do you want to... Why do you want to fight me? You want the Promised Land and Sephiroth. That's right. Did you know that Sephiroth is an ancient? Whatever, I can't let either you or Sephiroth have the promised land. I see. I guess we won't be allies. I think he might actually cast Bio. Which if he does, this is going to make me look really stupid. No, no. Just concentrate on hitting him. Because again, if you take him down, his little minion goes down as well. Oh, no one cares about you. Bury yourself up all you like. That's it, that's all for today. See how easy that is? And you get 240 XP for barely doing anything. Now we need to run. Where's Rufus? I couldn't finish them. This is gonna get complicated. I'll go on ahead. Will you though, Barrett? Will you? We're surrounded. If I was alone, this wouldn't be a thing, but I've got a reputation to protect. You will get out while you can. It's not you they're after, it's me. Yeah, well, that ain't happening. You got caught up in this over Marlene. Now, it's my turn to help you. Okay, playtime's over, jackasses. Thank you, Mr. Turner. Who are you calling Mr. Turner? That don't sound right. Well then, if you are through talking, I suggest that we think of a way to get out of here. Huh? Oh yeah, you're cold, man. Just like someone else around here I know. Did you say something? Not a thing. So where are we gonna go? Or what are we gonna do? I can't remember. Turner. Becky, where's Deacon? Everyone, over here. Huh? What's up? Where's Deacon? He's coming. Hurry, hurry. Yeah. Badass clown, his badass bike. I mean, they just so happen to have cars that have got fuel and... And this is what I don't get about this next bit, is Barrett's in the back and he's got a gun. Why can't he help you? Now this is another fun part. Control the bike with the D-pad and save your friends in the truck from Shinra attacks. Attack on left, attack on right. Right. Form party. I think we're alright. Got bolts. What Bio don't really do anything in this battle, so we whack Cure on. Barrett can have Ice Ball. may as well whack stuff on people. You know what? Actually, no. She can have steel. Give her fire. Spiral. Swap bolt for sense. She can have lightning. Right, there we go. Let's go. I mean, why can't Barrett shoot? Not gonna lie, I'm normally not the best at this. I'm trying to take over, yeah! Bloody hell, I'm on fire! Ooh. No! Ah, see, here we go. You need to keep their health up because there's another boss battle at the end of this, and then what their health are here. Ah, hit me, idiot. Barrett. Right, you want to pitch in and help and shoot them off their bikes? Ah! I'm stuck! Oh, see that camera angle? Come on, man! Barrett's health is so low. But Reds isn't. And if you notice, Barrett was at the back, but now's at the front. Bolt. Give us all a cure. Ice. You might notice, like, with the spells where it's got all attached, we can only hit once, and that's only because at the moment, the all materia is only 1 star. Once we get all to the higher stars, we can use it more than once. So I mean how much damage Bolt does to robots. And again, just keep hitting them with your most powerful spells. And that was pretty bad damage to everyone. There we go. Another nice easy boss. If you're loaded up and you know what you're doing, it's easy. Well, what do we do now? Sephiroth is alive. I have to settle the score. Will that save the planet? It seems so. Then I'm going. I'll go too. There are things I need to know. About the ancients? Many things. I guess it's goodbye, Midgar. There we go. Goodbye, Midgar. And now you will split your party up into two. A team of 2 and a team of 3. Now, when you level up your characters, the ones that aren't in your party, you don't have to worry about leveling them up. They kind of scale up with your other characters as well, so they don't get like massively left behind. Obviously it's best to, you know, variety of characters, but really apart from their limit breaks, characters are pretty similar. Like obviously, but then like, obviously like Barrett and Cloud are quite physical, whereas I'd say like Aeris, she's more magic. Tifa's physical as well, and Red is kind of a bit of a mixture of both. So depends what kind of party you want. I can go back to my hometown. I'll go with you as far as that. I guess it's the start of our journey. It's dangerous. You sure you want to go? But you know, should be alright if you keep your promise. You know what? This is the first time I've ever left Midgar. I thought you'd say that. Big boy. We told Crispy's mom to go somewhere safe, so Marlene should be safe too. Yeah, she should be. She said she didn't want to stay in Midgar anymore. Maybe it's for the best. Then, let's go! We need a leader for our journey. Of course, that could only be me. You think so? I think it should be Deacon. Ah, alright. Go northeast to a town called Calm. Something happens, we'll meet up there. Besides, we can't all be strolling around out there. It's too dangerous. Let's split into 2 parties. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take the women with us. thought you'd do that. Just to hear Barrett say that. Later, at Calm. And this is our party, which... we can... obviously... Tifa's alright. She really hasn't got much, so restore all. And give her poison as well. Oh, that sense. And yeah. I was going to stop when we get to the end of Midgar, but it's just gone 46 minutes, so we'll go to Calm. And then that's where I'll end it. Yeah, when you're on the world map, you can save anywhere. And at the moment, we're going over this way. Not back to Midgar. Didn't mean to do that. What I wanted to do was go this way and go over here. Because there is a little... I didn't realise it was so close. Oh, miss. When we get to Calm, there will be some new stuff to buy. What I'll do, we'll go in there, we'll buy some more stuff. We've reached Calm. Everyone's waiting at the inn. Let's go, Deacon. Well then, I'll go on ahead. Yep. I forget. Is it true that Shinra makes monsters? It's true. Yeah, well either way, as long as we use reactors, we can't stand up to Shinra. She's got a point. The world's at peace, all's well. Is it? Well, they got 2 single beds. These, it's like these games, unlike Pokemon, people's houses are so small and they've got nothing in them. My old man was a miner, but he couldn't go to work after monsters started appearing in the mithril mines. Now all he does is sit around getting drunk in the bar. Seems there was this group called Avalanche running around, but I guess Soldier finally wiped them out. No! I want to talk to you. Me? I used to work in the mine down south called Mithril Mine. But a while back monsters started appearing. After that business went to pot and I was spending my days here drinking. I had terrorists bomb the Midgar reactor. There have been a lot of dangerous accidents recently. I hate it. Just hate it. Stay out of the kitchen. Sorry. Right, and then up here we have an item shop, a materials shop, and a weapon shop. Now, new one for sword, new gun, a new one for sword, a new sword for Cloud, a new gun for Barrett, new gloves for Tifa, new staff for Aeris, and nothing for mithril armor. We're alright at the moment. So if we go ahead and equip that. There's a material store. The boys. Earth magic is good, we will get that, but I'll need and heal, but I'll need some more money. Unfortunately. This is the item store. Don't even turn around. And obviously item store is your item store. At the moment I can't really gain any more money on that. Because next comes one of the most... Oh, Peacemaker? A long-range weapon, which can't be used with Barrett. Foreshadowing! There's nothing in here. Thanks to Mako Energy, life's pretty dark and convenient, thanks to Shinra. Don't you think you're full of it? I don't think of what life would be like without Mako Energy. Well, that's the thing though, isn't it? You've got to have electricity to live. But things like electricity and water, you need it to live and you've got to pay for it. Which it's kind of a catch-22 situation, isn't it? Now that's the thing, the annoying part is Turner and the others are waiting for me at the inn. I should have saved before I came in here. Party is waiting on the second floor. See, this is the thing, this bit is really long. It's a really long exposition dump and it furthers the story, which will take a very long time. So, what was the time? Suppose I can maybe get through it now. Should have saved. I don't think I didn't save since. How long is this gonna take? One second. Right, let's do it. I used to want to be like Sephiroth, so I joined Soldier. After working with Sephiroth on several missions, we became friends. You call that a friend? Yeah, well, he was older than me and hardly ever talked about himself. So I guess you'd call us war buddies. We trusted each other until one day. One day? After the war, it was soldiers' duty to put down any resistance against Shinra. That was 5 years ago. I was 16. 21. It sure is raining hard. Hey, how are you doing? I'm alright. I wouldn't know. I've never had motion sickness. Everything okay? Hey. Settle down. They gave me some new material. Can't wait to use it. Just like a kid. You want to brief us about this mission? This isn't a typical mission. Good. Why do you say that? I joined Soldier to be like you. By the time I made first class, the war was already over. My big hopes of becoming a hero like you ended with the war. That's why I always sign up whenever there's a big mission. Kind of a way to prove myself. Say, how do you feel, Mr. Sephiroth? I thought you wanted a briefing. Our mission is to investigate an old Mako reactor. There have been reports of it malfunctioning and producing brutal creatures. First, we will dispose of these creatures. Then, we'll locate the problem and neutralise it. Right, I'm going to speed it up a bit. Brutal creatures? Where? The Mako reactor at Nibelheim. Nibelheim? That's where I'm from. Hometown. Sir, something strange just crashed into the truck. That would be our monster. I mean, this is... You don't actually see you're dead straight away. Sephiroth's kind of the big bully. Sephiroth's strength is incredible. He's far stronger in reality than any stories you may have heard about him. So, where do you come in? Me? I was mesmerised by the way Sephiroth fought. And then, we reached Nibelheim. How does it feel? It's your first time back in your hometown in a long time, right? So, how does it feel? I wouldn't know, because I don't have a hometown. How about your parents? My mother is Genova. She died right after she gave birth to me. My father? What does it matter? Alright, let's go. Let's go! Yo, wait a minute. Isn't that the name of Sephiroth's mother? Yes, it is. I remember Genova. That's that damn headless spook living in the Shinra building. That's right. Turner, would you please let us hear what Deacon has to say? You can ask questions later. Becky, I was only... Okay, Deacon, continue. The childhood friends reunite. I was really surprised with Becky. Town was quiet. Everyone must be in their houses afraid to come out because of the monsters. No, maybe they're afraid of us. We leave for the reactor at dawn. Make sure you get to sleep early. All we need is one lookout, so you others get some rest. Oh, and you may visit your family and friends. I heard Sephiroth was coming, so I brought my camera. I want a shot of Sephiroth and a monster. Get back in the house, it's dangerous. Alright, fathead. Whoa, fathead. Hey, this guy's a real... Are you Deacon? Really? So that's how it is, huh? Oh, so there's no way to... There's no way to save. This is my house. It has nothing to do with what happened 5 years ago. Huh. Yo, wait, I want to hear. Me too, it's been a long time, right? Tell us more. You saw your family? Right? Alright. I don't know if you call it a family. My father died when I was still young. That's why my mum lived alone in this house. Yeah, I saw my mum. My mum, she was a vibrant woman. Hadn't changed at all. But a few days later, she died. But when I saw her, she looked fine. Yes? Deacon? Welcome home, Deacon. Hi, Mum. Come, let me take a look at you. You look so handsome. So, is this a soldier uniform? Mum, My, how you've grown. I bet all the girls never leave you alone. Not really. I'm worried about you. There are a lot of temptations in the city. I feel better if you just settle down with a nice girlfriend. I'm alright. You should have an older girlfriend, one that'll take care of you. I think that would be best for you. I'm not interested. Are you eating right? I'm alright. The company takes care of me. Is that so? I know you can't cook. I've been worried sick about you. Deacon? You know Deacon. Isn't that right, Deacon? I'll always be your mother. Let's stop this. Yep, nothing on this house. Oh, you're with the Shinra. Welcome. Oh, I'm sorry, it's you, Deacon. I didn't recognize you. Shinra? Shinra? Soldier? Salter? Are you going to kill the monsters? Are you going to? Weird kids. And then, is this Tifa's house? Deacon, did you go to my house? Yep. I thought you might be home. And she wasn't home. Deacon, did you go in my room? Yeah. Received orthopedic underwear. Deacon? It's true. Deacon. We're talking about something really important here. God, sorry. It's a matter like you just go after you go through it to see what happens, and then you realise you end up stealing her underwear, which is a bit weird. Welcome. Hey, aren't you? Have I been here before? I don't remember. Now you're pissing me off. This don't matter, so get on with it. Sorry. You're Shinra here to get rid of the monsters. And who are you? I'm Zangan. I travel around the world teaching children martial arts. I have 128 students all over the world. In this town, a girl named Becky is my student. Did you say Becky? Becky has a good sense. She'll be a powerful fighter. What are you looking at? This scenery. I feel like I know this place. I'm short one bed. What? 3? Oh yeah, we are. Sephiroth. We have an early start tomorrow. You should get some sleep soon. Yeah, let's get some sleep. I heard a guide to the Mako reactor. Heard she's young. Hope we can rely on her. Once the guy gets here, we're heading out. Listen to me, Sephiroth, in case something happens. Trust me. I'll be alright, Dad. I have 2 men from Soldier with me. I'm Becky, nice to meet you. Becky? You're the guide? That's right. Just so happens I'm the #1 guide in this town. It's too dangerous, I can't get you involved in this. There's no problem if you protect her. Let's go. Mr. Sephiroth, please let me take one picture for a memento. Becky, can you ask him for me too? Come on, Sephiroth. Cheese! Great, thank you. I'll give you each a copy once I get it developed. A Mako reactor was built in Mount Nebel. The cold mountain air of Mount Nebel was the same. Dum, 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 dum. It gets harder from here. Follow me. No! Oh no! Oh no, we've fallen and we can't get up. Everyone seems to be right. Will you be able to get back? These caves are intertwined like an ant farm. Oh, and Sephiroth. One person seems to be missing. May sound cruel, but we've got no time to search for him. We can't go back, so we must go on. We'll travel together from here. And there you go. You don't really have to do much when you got Sephiroth in your party. What's this? A mysteriously coloured cave. It must be the Mako energy. This mountain is especially abundant in it. That's why the Mako reactor was built here. Da -da -da -da. Don't really get to fight, there's not really a point anyway. And what's this? A Mako fountain is a miracle of nature. It's so beautiful. If the Mako reactor continues to suck up energy, the fountain will dry up too. Materia. When you condense Mako energy, materia is produced. It's very rare to see materia in its natural state. By the way, why is it that when you use materia, you can also use magic too? You're insulted, and you don't even know that? The knowledge and the wisdom of the ancients is held in the materia. Anyone with this knowledge can freely use the powers of the land and planet. That knowledge interacts between ourselves and the planet, calling up magic, or so they say. Magic, a mysterious power. Ha ha ha. Did I say something funny? A man once told me never to use unscientific terms like mysterious power. It shouldn't even be called magic. I still remember how angry he was. Who was that? Hojo of Shinra Inc., an inexperienced man assigned to take over the work of a great scientist. Yep, Hojo's the one that we saw earlier, who was keeping Ares hostage. He was a walking mass of complexes. A Mako fountain. So this is where the knowledge of the ancients is. Dum dum dum. See this bit, it takes too long, and it's just one long story dump, and it's. Oh, we finally made it. We sure took the long way though. Becky, you wait here. I'm going inside too. I want to see. Only authorised people are allowed in. This place is full of Shinra's industrial secrets. But take care of the lady. Man. Better take real good care of me then. Crap. This is Genova, right? It won't open. This is a reason for the malfunction. This part is broken. Deacon, close the valve. Sir, yes, sir. Done. Why did it break? Now I see, Hojo. But doing this will never put you on the same level as Professor Gast. This is a system that condenses and freezes the Mako energy. That is, when it's working correctly. Now, what does Mako energy become when it's further condensed? Oh yeah, it becomes materia. Right, normally, but OJ put something else in there. Take a look. Let me look! Let me look! Yeah. It's causing monsters. But what is that? Normal members of Soldier are humans that have been showered with Mako. You're different from the others, but still human. But what are they? They're exposed to a far higher degree of Mako than you. Is this some kind of monster? Exactly, and it's Hojo of Shinra that produced these monsters. Mutated living organisms produced by Mako energy, that's what these monsters really are. Normal members of Soldier? You mean you're different? Hey, Sephiroth. No. Was I created this way too? Am I the same as all these monsters? Sephiroth. You saw it, all of them were humans. Human? No way. Ever since I was small I felt that I was different from the others, special in some way. But not like this. It's fallen out. I didn't really understand what suffering meant then. I was even more surprised that Shinra was producing monsters. Damn Shinra. The more I hear, the more I hate them. Who would have ever thought the Mako reactor held such a secret? That would seem to explain the increase in the number of monsters recently. I think we should listen carefully to Deacon, don't you think so, Turner? Why are you talking to me? Save game and rest. Thank the Lord. And the second half of Clouds Past will be in the next stream. The next stream will be Monday night. I've decided that Sea of Stars, I'm not going to carry on streaming it because I feel like this, Final Fantasy VII and Sea of Stars, are quite similar games in the sense of like they're both turn-based combat, and if I do both of them, this is going to take a massive back burner, and it is quite a hefty game. So I will be doing this over Sea of Stars. So I hope that's okay with you guys. So yeah, if you've enjoyed it, thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitch, and I'll be playing this a lot more often. There will be probably, well, Monday will be this, then I'll probably be on Wednesday night, Friday night, and probably Saturday and Sunday as well, so there's going to be a lot to come. I'll figure out what games I'm doing, and then I'll go from there, and I will put it up. If you want to look, I will put it up on my lovely rotor, my stream rotor. So yeah, so if you are excited for this, then awesome. Give me a follow and you'll stay up to date. Also, follow my YouTube, which is the Party Deacon 87 as well. It's got the same picture and everything, so you should know which channel it is. On there, I'll be putting these on there if you'd rather watch them on YouTube, because some people have premium and you can download them and watch them in that way. There'll also be a lot more content coming up next week. Wednesday to Friday will be my recording, so I can get a bit ahead of myself, because the kids are back at school, thank the Lord, so I'll have more time to record videos and get more content out there. So yeah, all that lovely stuff is coming up within the next week, so to cut a long story short, follow me on here for more Final Fantasy VII. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Watch some of my videos, like, comment, and all that lovely stuff. And I shall catch you guys again soon. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.